Welcome back, everybody, to more Danganronpa. Here we are in the middle of the 5th class trial. That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
See, she's starting to, kind of accuse us of killing, Mukuro Ikasaba. And, we're very confused because I thought we were kind of pals, you know? She's kind of confided into us, you know, everything that's been going on. So, I don't know where this sudden hostility is coming from, but let's just continue on. Let's see what happens. See how it unfolds. Oh, and apparently the background, this is not a glitch, this is just how the game is. I guess at some point the background just changes? I don't know. Uh-oh.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
What? No. And the suspicion falls back on me yet again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
We haven't solved anything yet.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it?
Probably neither of us.
Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
You serious, dude?
Oh!
What?
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
You did?
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before
Why is
it
the
exploded,
game
right?
laggy? Huh.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Yeah, but it's sticking out.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? Well, you can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Me? Uh-oh.
It's the knife we gave
Uh-oh.
to Makoto.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You don't seem surprised.
Uh-oh.
You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah, I was hoping you guys wouldn't, though.
Yeah.
Boy, this is not looking good for the old home team here.
Then why did you hide that fact?
I didn't hide it.
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
It makes me look really bad, okay? I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
But remember, we also saw Kyoko in our room. We don't remember that part, though.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Boy, that's a lot of percent. Considering everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Damn right we're not the killer. We're gonna prove it right now.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
That's true.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No,
No, that's wrong.
it's not what killed her.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what
Lies.
killed her.
No, don't you remember?
We did, though.
The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it. In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. Right here.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Yeah, this is all to throw us off.
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Boom.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Exactly.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Exactly.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning.
We save all questions till the end.
What's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
It's proximity based.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
Oh, you tell him.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
That's exactly it. You're a genius.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Fine. There's only one explanation I can think of. Let's see. What do we got here?
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
I know, it only took me 20 minutes to figure out where the hell that was.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Exactly.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto.
So someone's setting me up to fall.
And the only one who would benefit from that
Kyoko.
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate.
Fine then.
It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
After the last case, you should be all but willing to want to go through everything, considering how wrong you were the whole time. I'm not sure why it does that quick pan. It just does that. I don't hit any buttons or anything. It just does that. I don't know. Okay, we need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. I love this music. It's so catchy. Okay.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal...
The explosion didn't kill...
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then...
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was
There's evidence that showed you... And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Then shall we continue
The debate? The
Victim's fatal injury has...
No, that's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Yep.
But then... What was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Maybe serve from the tool shed?
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Okay.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
Okay, okay.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Oh, of course I have. Of course. The arrows.
I got it!
Forgot about those.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
I know, it's strange, isn't it?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds... kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame him for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. The key.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick.
Whoops, my bad.
It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
They used the duct tape.
No, that's wrong.
They bundled them all together and smacked them over the head or something.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape.
Still bloody. Horrible.
The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
Although, why go out of your way to do such an elaborate killing method? I don't get that, but...
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
Yeah.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
You had a key that was in the room. Your room. Wait. But Byakuya could have gotten in there. She had no way of getting in her room. Byakuya was the only one who had the key, so I'm thinking he's the killer.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
Yes, I do.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence. Okay, we know what this is. The key. Whoops.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle.
Which you had to put there, because she wasn't in her room. She couldn't have been in her room. You took her key, remember?
Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
I will defend someone who's innocent. That's what I'll do.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
There she is.
Last night, you were in my room,
See?
weren't you?
That's her.
Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
And how'd you get in?
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me. Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone... for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
Oh.
I should know?
What? Yakuya should know better than anyone. What does that mean? When the body was found.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
It was a long one.
Exactly what I said.
Come on.
I'm not the killer. You should understand.
They do that
more
so
than
I
anyone
can't
here.
do it. I can't
Yakuya,
select it.
What are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
Oh, please. He doesn't care about you.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Okay. Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean...
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Okay.
Exactly. I'm not, but you should understand.
Yakuya,
Master would never hide.
There's proof
that you aren't the culprit.
Okay. Hang on. Hang on. I got this.
those words you just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not, but you should understand.
Yakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something.
There's proof
That you aren't the... Is that what you're...
You stated you said I hid the evidence and
Then left the locker key in my own room.
correct, but could I really have done that?
Yep, this is what I gotta do.
Those words you just...
Exactly. I'm not, but you should understand.
Yakuya,
Master would never hide.
There's...
Proof that you
aren't the
Yeah!
No,
Gotcha!
that's wrong.
Gotcha, you bastard!
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Yeah, you're in a little bit of a corner now, Byakuya. How are you gonna explain this away?
And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
He was like, damn.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction on what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. A lie. But this isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Yeah, but if we pick someone else, then everyone dies anyway, and the secret dies with us. So we'd have to vote for her eventually if she is the killer. The Mastermind's trap. He's trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not really true? Man, I'm overthinking all this. What can I do? What should I do? We're gonna find out in the next episode of Danganronpa. Trigger, happy Havoc. Take it easy, guys.